name's Shonhard. I'm the CEO of company MonetaGo's. We are a fraud prevention, technology software as a service company, primarily working in the trade finance space, so something trade digitalization. We are the first ever fintech partner with Swift, the global messaging pop, and saw the opportunity to come to the fintech festival in talking to Singapore Fintech Festival recently. Very complimentary of the work that I do and what sort of thing do that. So I actually had the pleasure of living in Japan for over 10 years. So this is kind of coming on to me. I actually returned for this event and saw it as a very appropriate time to visit home, as I'd like to say, because I left in August 2020, or July 2020, and essentially that was just before COVID actually hit this country. And the reason that I feel like this is a really appropriate time for myself and our company to come back is because of what COVID did, not just globally, but particularly. It's a very bureaucratic, antiquated country. So I do believe that COVID's kind of expedited the adoption of nascent technologies in Japan. It's a very paper-based process. I focus a lot on trade finance, of course. Japan, more than most places, is very good paper-based, not just in trade finance, of course, but even in banking. And you've seen, today, generally across this week, that lots of fintechs, both Ethereum and payments and banking, various technologies in trade finance, digitalization, which is why I was here speaking about. Everybody's much more engaged in this subject, and there's a stronger interest in adopting these technologies and bringing those, up to where other countries, other banks, or technology companies are with regards to not just trade finance and trade digitalization, but also banking and payments and other things we've all been sort of seeing here today in the last couple of days. So Japan's sort of biggest strength and biggest weakness has always kind of been their inability to always look outside of Japan. Looking at, say, the trade digitalization space, what Japan's trying to do is create ecosystems within their country and put walkers with guardrails or rules up around these technology companies. That really needs adoption outside. And also, not just language, but mentality about we can do things better ourselves. That's not always going to be the way in which a company, a bank, or even a country can succeed, because trade is where I'm focused, is very much a global business. So everyone needs to kind of work together globally. And I believe that that's something that Japan could do better. I do believe that we kind of need to look more toward global standards and best practices in the trade finance space, which is something that's only just starting to happen. But it is something that can happen overnight. Of course, these are mega banks and with global reach, but they do need to start looking more to global best practices rather than looking insular. One thing that our companies see globally, this isn't just a Japan problem, is that one bank thinks they can build a solution for themselves, and then another bank thinks they can build a solution for themselves. And you're kind of seeing infighting between banks in specific jurisdictions or domiciled banks from the same country. And again, cohesively, ecosystem approaches to combating any problem, be it payments, the trade finance I'm going to talk about here, for prevention specifically, and digitalization and trade. Everybody needs to come together, bring down the walls and work as one, because that's the only way you're really going to make any difference. We cross-border collaboration to work with other jurisdictions. As I would say, working with the global bodies is the place where everybody else seems to be starting. In the trade finance trade space, SWIFT obviously is a global setting of standards in international trade and commerce. You've got the banking associations like IBTA and BAF, they all set these standards and global best practices that everybody seems to adhere to. Japan sometimes seems to be a little bit on the periphery there, the Japanese banks, specifically with regards to what happens in Japan. Inside of Japan, Japanese banks are engaged in cross-border trade and do sometimes engage with these associations, but the most Japan-centric, or specifically to where we are right now, it's still very much sometimes seemingly them and us mentality, and that needs to also be break all that. We cross-border collaboration to work with other jurisdictions. I would say working with the global bodies is the place where everybody else seems to be started. In the trade finance trade space, SWIFT obviously is a world setting of standards in the international trade of commerce. You've got the banking associations like IFTA and BAF, and they all set these standards and global best practices that everybody seems to adhere to. Japan sometimes seems to be a little bit on the periphery there, the Japanese banks, specifically with regards to what happens in Japan. Inside of Japan, Japanese banks are engaged in cross-border trade and do sometimes engage with these associations, but them as Japan-centric, or specifically to where we are right now, it's still very much sometimes seemingly them and us mentality, and that needs to also be break all that. One of the events be incredible. I think it's the first fintech festival that's gone without any hitch. So I think a lot to be said for the Japanese efficiency and organisation. Credits to Andy and everyone done an amazing job.